Hey everyone! If you're here for the truth backed by real science, let's get started. Welcome back. Today I'm going to tell you about something that's all around us, but almost nobody really knows how dangerous it can be. Candles, air fresheners, sprays, all those nice smelling things in your home. Take a quick look around the room you're in right now. Maybe a candle is burning. Maybe you spray an air freshener a few times a week. Maybe you love that new smell from a piece of furniture you just bought. But trust me, the air you're breathing right now, it could be 5 times more polluted than the air on the street outside. Today, I'm going to talk about stuff we use every single day in our homes, but they're literally dropping chemical bombs into the air we breathe. Candles, incense, air fresheners, sprays, brand new furniture, carpets, even your mattress. What does the science say? What are these things doing to us? How are they affecting our kids, our lungs, our hormones? Let's get into it. Grab your coffee, because this is something you really need to sit down and listen to. First up, scented candles. The symbol of romantic evenings. Cozy vibes. Sure, they look beautiful. But do you know what's actually inside them? Most scented candles are made from paraffin, a petroleum byproduct, and when they burn, they release benzene, formaldehyde, and toluene into the air you're breathing. And how dangerous are these three? Benzene, it's classified as a carcinogen, and so is formaldehyde. But wait, there's more, guys. A study from 2024 found that in a poorly ventilated room, burning a scented candle pushes fine particle levels to 15 times the limit set by the World Health Organization. So you light something called lavender bliss. But what you're really doing, you're breathing tiny poison particles deep into your lungs. And these particles are so small, they slip right into your bloodstream and travel through your entire body. Now you're probably thinking, hey professor, I use soy candles. Are those bad too? Great question. Soy candles and beeswax, they are way cleaner than paraffin. That part's true. But the artificial fragrance they add to the wax, no matter what kind of candle you're using, still releases VOCs. That's volatile organic compounds. So basically, the fact that a candle is scented at all, that's already the problem. So what do? Just throw out all our candles? No, come on. We don't need to be dramatic. Here's all you really gotta do. 1. When you light it, open a window. Let the air flow. 2. Don't let it burn for hours on end. 3. Instead of synthetic fragrance, go for essential oil candles, natural beeswax, or soy. 4. In the bedroom, in the kids' room, never burn one. Ever. Okay. And next up, incense sticks, sandalwood, rose, lavender. A lot of us use these little sticks for meditation, for relaxing, but they're actually creating a much bigger problem in the air around us. Research shows that when a single incense stick burns, it can spike the benzene level in the room to 73 times normal. 73 times. You did not mishear that. Incense burns non-stop in temples, in yoga studios, in spas, places we go to feel better. One study found that the benzene concentration in temple air is almost 5 times higher than what you'd find in a regular office. And it gets worse. Inside that incense smoke, scientists found formaldehyde, acrolein, naphthalene, at least 13 different toxic chemicals, and every single one is above the safety limit set by the WHO. Now we get to probably the sneakiest one of all, air fresheners. You know, the ones, spray bottles, plug-ins, those automatic puffer machines that go off every few minutes. These things, they're packed with chemicals you have no idea about. Studies from the US and Europe found that only about 10% of the ingredients in air fresheners are actually listed on the label. The other 90%? Total mystery. But do scientists let this slide? Never. They take these spray bottles, they bring them into the lab, and they analyze every single drop. And you know what they find? Take a guess. Phthalates. Remember this word, guys, because it's so important. Phthalates. They're the chemicals that make plastic flexible, and they get added to air fresheners to make the scent last longer. Here's the problem. Phthalates, they are endocrine disruptors, meaning when they get into your body, they mess up your natural hormones like estrogen and testosterone. So who gets hit the hardest? People with asthma, and the ones we love the most, our kids. A study from the Natural Resources Defense Council, NRDC, found that 34% of asthma patients have a reaction to air fresheners. And here's what's even more shocking. A clinical study on children showed that kids with high phthalate levels in their bodies, they had more asthma attacks and lower lung function. So while you're spraying that stuff to make your home smell nice, you could literally be weakening your kids' lungs one spray at a time. All right, now we're moving to a totally different kind of danger. New furniture smell. You know that smell, the one a lot of us actually love. We've all experienced it. You buy a new couch, a new bed, a new wardrobe, and there's that fresh, that new feeling. But do you actually know what that smell is? That smell. It's literally proof that your furniture is pumping chemicals into the air. Scientists have a name for this. They call it off-gassing, meaning the furniture is releasing gas. New furniture, carpets, mattresses, fresh paint, when they all come together, they release formaldehyde, benzene, toluene, and styrene into the air you breathe. And listen up! This release, it doesn't just last a few days. Some materials keep gassing for months or even years. Take carpets, for example. A freshly installed carpet, because of the glue and the synthetic fibers inside it, can keep releasing VOCs for 5 whole years. 5 years. And no, you didn't mishear that either. And there's actually a name for this, guys. Sick building syndrome. Basically, when you live in a home full of all these chemicals, you start getting symptoms. Constant headaches, fatigue, burning eyes, runny nose, trouble focusing. You go to the doctor. They find nothing, because the problem isn't in you. It's in your house. And most people have no idea. All right, next up. And this part might be the most interesting of all. What kind of air do you think you're breathing while you sleep? If you sleep with the bedroom door closed and the windows shut for 8 hours, by morning, the carbon dioxide level you're breathing can climb to 2,500, even 3,000 parts per million. The WHO safety limit is 1,000 parts per million. So you know that feeling of, why am I so tired in the morning? Yeah, that's your answer. High carbon dioxide levels. They drop your sleep quality. They shrink your deep sleep stages. They give you that dull morning headache. And on top of that, while you sleep, your mattress and your furniture are leaking VOCs. Particles drift up out of your carpet, and for 8 solid hours, you're breathing all of it. So really, your home isn't resting you. It might actually be draining you. Okay, I know, I scared you a lot. Now let's get to the solutions. Good news. Dealing with all of this, it's actually super easy. And honestly, it's almost free. Rule number 1, ventilation. At least twice a day. For 10 to 15 minutes, open every window in your house, all the way. Get a cross breeze going. This one thing alone, it kicks out 80% of the pollutants in your home. Rule number 2, live plants. There's a famous study from NASA, NASA, that found certain houseplants, especially snake plant, areca palm, golden pothos, and spider plant. They significantly pull formaldehyde and benzene out of the air. Rule number 3, cut back on scented products. Candles, sprays, plug-ins. Bring them down to a minimum. If you love a good smell, go for natural stuff. Dried flowers, potpourri, fresh orange peel, that kind of thing. Now, for rule number 4, when you buy new furniture, keep your windows open for at least 2 full weeks, non-stop. This speeds up the off-gassing process. Rule number 5, a HEPA air purifier. They're not cheap, but putting one in your bedroom could literally change your life. Rule number 6, when you sleep, leave the window cracked open, even just a finger's width. Even in winter, you're not gonna die from a little cold air. You will slowly get sick from dirty air. All right, everyone, let me wrap this up with one thing. Modern life. It surrounded us with all these amazing products. We can't really live without them anymore, but every product has a price, and most of the time, we pay that price without even knowing it. Cleaning up the air in your home. It might be just as important as quitting smoking. Experts even say it like this: modern humans spend 90% of their lives indoors. If those indoor spaces aren't healthy, your life isn't healthy. And that's it for today's video, friends. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, drop a comment, and subscribe to the channel. Stay healthy, stay calm, and breathe clean air.